Good evening, and welcome to Social Discourse, where policy meets power and headlines are decoded. I'm Chris Stamma, and tonight we're diving into one of the most consequential economic maneuvers of 2025, President Trump's new trade deal with Japan. In a world jittery over tariffs, recessions, and fractured alliances, this agreement isn't just a bilateral pact, it's a high-stakes chess move with global reverberations. What's behind the $550 billion investment promise? What does it mean for American jobs, Japanese leadership, and the rules of global trade? Stay with us as we unpack the strategy, the stakes, and the stories behind the headlines right here on Social Discourse. Straightforward to the main nucleus of these analyses. The Trump-Toshiba trade deal represents a major pivot in the U.S. administration's tariff strategy. Initially, Trump had proposed a harsh 25% tariff on Japanese imports, including cars. But the finalized agreement moderates this to 15% reciprocally, offering significant relief. In exchange, Japan is committing up to $550 billion in investments, primarily focused on high-tech and energy sectors. With the U.S. claiming the lion's share of the expected profits, Japan also agreed to increase purchases of U.S. claiming the lion's share of the expected profits. Goods, such as Boeing aircraft and agricultural products, although specific quotas remain vague. Markets responded positively to the deal, with Japan's Nikkei index jumping nearly 4%, driven by strong gains in automotive stocks like Toyota and Honda. While the 15% tariffs are still above the U.S. average, they are far less damaging than the originally proposed 25–30% range, easing fears of a global recession. The agreement may also pressure other major economies like the EU and China to strike similar deals, with looming deadlines potentially mirroring Japan's 15% reciprocal terms. Politically, the deal has triggered mixed reactions. In the U.S., some criticize the preferential treatment of Japanese autos over North American-made ones, fearing disruptions to domestic manufacturing politics. Meanwhile, Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba, already weakened by electoral losses, called the tariffs disappointing, signaling potential instability at home. Legal uncertainties also linger, as prior rulings have deemed parts of Trump's tariff strategies unlawful, casting doubt on the long-term enforceability of loosely defined trade arrangements. Overall, while the deal offers short-term stability and a potential model for future agreements, its durability and legal clarity remain in question. Here is the bottom line. This is Trump's marquee trade coup so far in 2025, a high-stakes handshake blending tariff threats with gargantuan investment promises. It buys immediate market calm and political optics for both leaders, yet it remains conditional, one-sided, and lacking granular commitments. The real test? Whether these headline numbers translate into concrete U.S. factories, supply chain shifts, and rebalance trade flow, or dissolve behind legal, political, and implementation hurdle. This is a breakthrough that buys time, but not certainty.